Do you remember a teacher who made a difference in your life? The one that pushed you to do your best, helped you to discover your purpose, or made you believe that you could do anything in the world? That's how important teachers are. But what happens when the teacher you respect so much does something awful? Brittany Zamora was a teacher respected and loved by everyone, until the day she used her position of power to cross the line with one of her own students. Let's dive in. Brittany Zamora's life was perfect. She was beautiful, young, and had a bright future ahead of her. She graduated with honors from Arizona State University, had a promising career in teaching, and married her high school sweetheart, Daniel Zamora, in a colorful wedding ceremony in 2015. Everything seemed to be going well for her. She was good at her job and was named Teacher of the Year a few times while at Littleton Elementary School in Avondale. She worked well with students, and everyone loved her. Her career seemed to be taking off when she got a new teaching job at LaBrias Academy in Goodyear. But it's here where everything would come crumbling down. It was the fall of 2017, and Brittany had been teaching at the school for about a year. Then, one day, she did something that would not only ruin her life, but those of everyone around her. She told the students that she would be away from the school the following day, and asked them to contact her if they got bored, saying that she would also be bored. And one did. "Hi, Miss Zamora," he texted. "Hi," seemed innocent enough, but would soon lead to something so disturbing that it would shock the entire nation.
I don't remember how it got really intense, but we would flirt and say she would be like, "Oh, yeah, I love you," and I would tell her I love her too.
This flirting went on for a while, and then the two kissed for the first time.
The first time we kissed, I was saying bye to her and I gave her a hug and she started kissing me, so I kissed her back.
The relationship soon scaled up to an alarming level. The boy would later tell police that their first encounter happened on February 16, 2018, when he visited his grandparents. Brittany had gone there in the middle of the night, and the teen sneaked out to meet her.
I went to her car though. She parked at the other end of the street and she said, "Okay, I'm here," and then I just walked outside.
The two would do it again in the classroom after a school talent show while another student was watching.
My friend was messing with her computer, and then she was kissing me and everything. And she was like, "You want to go in?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "You want to go in?" I was like, "Sure." And then
the boy's friend would later tell police how uncomfortable he felt when he saw what the two were doing.
They're just doing it, and it was very uncomfortable. So that's why the second day they're doing stuff, I just left the room.
Brittany also had encounters with this other boy where she would make indecent comments, but it never went beyond that with him. As for the first boy, screenshots of their chats show that they were definitely risque. In one of them, Brittany said that she would quit her job so she could be with him all day. The two would also exchange love notes while in class, and soon other students noticed their weird interactions. The unusual closeness, inappropriate touching, and favoritism in the class led others to believe that there was something more going on between them. 3 students brought their concern to the school principal, Mr. Timothy Dickey, who then started investigating. He talked to several students around the school to find if there was any truth to the rumor. When Brittany learned about this, she went running to the principal's office, frantic and crying.
She started crying eventually, and she said, I don't know, the only 2 things I care about in my life are, my husband and my career.
She denied ever having a relationship with a student, and since the principal did not want to blow everything out of proportion, he decided to secretly investigate. But things did blow up. The boy's parents had started noticing some strange behavior from their son, so they installed a parental app on his phone to see what he was up to. The app would pick out certain words and send a notification to the parent's phone. His stepmother's phone was blowing up with notifications on the word baby.
Yesterday I got the alert and I kept getting alerts back to back because the word baby kept being used. But this time I saw at the bottom that it had Mrs. Zamora Instagram profile.
That seemed very weird, so she waited for her husband to come home from work, and they approached the teen and asked if he was sleeping with his teacher.
So my husband just told him, "Have you done anything with your teacher? Did you have sex with your teacher?" He said yes.
He then went ahead to tell them everything that happened, about the 4 times it happened at school and while he was at his grandparents' place. The parents were appalled by this shocking revelation. They had met and talked to Brittany on several occasions, and she seemed like a good person. How could she do that to their innocent son? They called the school principal and told him everything their son had told them, and then called the police. They also got a call from Brittany the same night, begging them not to call the cops.
Can we meet, to talk about this? Is there something we can settle out, outside?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, that's what we can do so I can give you a chance to do it to some other kid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. That's exactly, no.
He also told her that she should tell her husband what's going on. In a surprising twist, Brittany's husband already knew, and he picked up the phone and immediately started asking for forgiveness on her behalf.
She's done so much and she made a huge mistake. The biggest mistake of anybody could ever make in the whole entire world. But she think about, God preaches forgiveness.
The boy's dad was hearing none of it and asked them never to contact him again, and that the next time they hear from them, he will be in court. On March 22nd, 2018, Brittany was arrested and charged with multiple felonies, including preying on someone under the age of 18. A video recorded after her arrest shows Brittany sobbing when she was told she was going to jail.
What are the next steps?
The next step is basically you do go to jail tonight. I submit some paperwork.
I'm little, they're gonna tear me apart.
The interrogator told her that she should report if there are any problems and she can be isolated. She later pleaded with the judge for leniency in setting her bond, saying she'd like to go home to her husband.
I'd love to go home to my husband.
At her sentencing hearing in July 2019, Brittany apologized for her behavior, saying she wasn't the monster everyone believed her to be.
I am a good and genuine person who made a mistake and regrets it deeply.
She told the court that her actions were out of character and wanted to seek counseling moving forward. This type of felony generally carries a maximum penalty of 44 years. However, Brittany got a minimum sentence of 20 years because she had no previous criminal records. Her screening also showed that she was unlikely to reoffend. The boy's father wrote a statement that his lawyer read in court to Brittany, saying, "Now you spend the rest of your youth and most of your adulthood in jail. My son will grow up, have a good life, get married, and have children of his own. I will not allow you to interfere in my son's life further. Good triumphs over evil." The boy's parents also filed a civil lawsuit against Zamora's husband and the school district. The lawsuit alleges that Daniel knew about the rumors for over a month before everything was exposed. The case against Daniel was settled outside of court for an undisclosed amount, but the suit against the school is still ongoing. Brittany is still serving her time at the Arizona State Prison Complex in Perryville. She won't be released until she's in her 40s and will stay on probation for the rest of her life. A year after she was in prison, Brittany divorced her husband, even though he supported her all this while. Some people think she did it to protect him, while others speculate that she may have found someone in prison. As for the teen, the whole thing changed his life. His innocence was taken at such a young age that it may take a while to process everything. His family has also had to move to protect his privacy. It will probably take some time to get over what happened, but I hope that he'll one day recover from it. That brings us to the end of our video today. What do you think of this case? Should Brittany have gotten the maximum sentence? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section.